Hello, I'm so glad that you're here with me. Today, I have some exciting news to share. This is a sale that I think is better than the Sephora VIB sales because everybody gets the highest percentage off at the Skinstore.com friends and family sale. It doesn't matter how much you've purchased from them in a year, you just get it whether it's your first purchase or your 50th purchase. I personally have been purchasing from Skinstore.com for about 17 years, maybe it's been more now. I was looking for SkinCeuticals products when kind of online shopping first became a thing, and I found that Skinstore sold them, and I think they might have had a 10 or 15% off thing. They have great sales all the time, so I've been shopping there forever, and their customer service has been fantastic. I can't speak highly enough of them, so I wanted to share the sale with you. What we'll do during this video is we'll pop over to Skinstore.com and we'll kind of shop together. But the kicker is, I have all the products that we will be looking at, so I can give you some mini reviews right now while we are doing our online shopping, so you can see if this is something that's interesting for you, or maybe the line is interesting for you. Most things are going to be 25% off. Everything I'm showing you is 25% off during October 8th through 16th. That's when it runs. Just use my link below and the code Nicole, and you'll get 25% off of everything we're talking about. Oh, and just to let you know, this video is not sponsored. Skinstore did send me some of the products that I'm showing you today, but not all of them. A lot of them I just had. So why don't we go ahead and we'll pop over to the Skinstore site. Oh, but before we do, in case you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Nicole. I'm 53 years old and I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. And if you're new to my community, would love if you consider joining it by hitting that subscribe button. All right, let's pop over to the Skinstore.com site. As you can see, the Skinstore site carries all kinds of great brands. They often have wonderful gifts with purchase. So between their sales and gifts with purchase, you can usually do pretty well shopping here. Let's pop over to the brand area, and we'll go ahead and start checking out some of my recommendations. Kirsten Florian is a brand by a Swedish-born woman named Kirsten Florian, and you'll find these products in many spas around the globe. Oh my gosh, so this brand, I found out about it. I was having a facial, I think it was at the Sonoma Mission in Sonoma, California. Oh my gosh, the most amazing place. If you can ever go there, definitely go. They used the products during the facial and they were absolutely wonderful, and the esthetician was going on and on about the ingredients and the efficacy of them. So really great line. Again, I think I picked a couple things up then after my facial, but it's wonderful that Skinstore also carries them. This is their facial oil. It is called the Rejuvenating Anti-Stress Facial Oil. It has a beautiful glass bottle, glass dropper. I use facial oils all the time, definitely every evening, and a lot of times I'll even just take, look how far that one drop went. So you could take just one drop, kind of rub it between your fingers and press it into your skin before you do your makeup for the day. It can be a really great base. If you've got dry skin, it just helps hydrate so much. And even people with oily skin can use facial oils because you do still need to hydrate your skin, or your skin will just keep making more and more oil. I'm not a dermatologist, but I know a lot of people who've had a lot of success using facial oils. Now what they say about this one is that it is pure geranium, melissa, and lavender essential oils combined with a nourishing blend of meadow foam and organic sea buckthorn. That is so good for your skin. Argan and jojoba oils to moisturize, replenish, and revitalize the skin. The other cool thing about facial oils is they have so many uses. I have rubbed them into my fingernails and cuticles before. If you have a little on your fingers, you got a little flyaway hair, you can fix it like that. I've even kind of taken a drop or two and put them on rough elbows, and it really, really helps. So they're really a nice multi-purpose thing. And if you don't feel comfortable just putting oil on your face, you know what? Mix it into your moisturizer, make it more rich, and put it on that way. Roche Posay is a brand out of France, very reasonable price point, actually sold in drugstores in France and actually the United States, but wonderful brand, a great quality, and honestly my very favorite facial sunscreens. I've been using Roche Posay for probably about 7 years. I actually started using them because I found their sunscreen was one of my favorite things ever, the Anthelios Mineral 50 Tinted, and then they also have one, I think it's a 60 that has no white cast or anything to it at all. Those are two of my very favorites. I did a video a while back, it's pretty old, but all about my favorite La Roche-Posay sunscreen items. And then I know I've mentioned them in favorite videos before in the past too. So La Roche-Posay is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous for sun protection. When I was actually in France last time, I just went hog wild because they have so much in their pharmacies there. It's, they just have so much. It's, you know, just one of the very popular products. And one thing I've been hearing about for a while, in fact, my friend Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, she talked about this product in her video about lip balms. So when I saw how big it was, I was kind of like, that's interesting because it's so big. And I was expecting kind of more of a, you know, gel-like, not gel-like, but more like Vaseline-y texture type of a product. But what's interesting is that it's more of a cream, right? So I'm like, well, that's interesting to put on your lips. But I tried it and wow, is this hydrating. My elbows lately were just a little bit on the drier side, you know, with all the fires and heat and stuff like that, I guess. And, you know, I do this a lot. I'm in short sleeves, you know, while I'm working, I tend to kind of do this a lot, which is terrible for my posture. I need to stop doing that. But this elbow especially, I don't know, I got rough skin on it and I started putting this on it. And I'm telling you, by the second time, it was like, wow, what a difference. So this is a very inexpensive item and definitely something good to pick up. And then with that discount, also, if you need more sun protection for your face, I would highly recommend the Roche Posay. Their other skincare I can't speak to. I haven't really tried any of it. So definitely something I'd want to try in the future. Here we're going over to NuFace. I love trying different types of tools and seeing if they work and actually make any sort of a difference. So let's check out what I've got from NuFace. I fairly recently purchased the Face Trinity. This is a microcurrent device. You put kind of like an ultrasound gel on your face. They have one that they sell that's moisturizing and good for your skin. So I just use that one. And then basically you just push this button and then you use this to kind of, you know, lift up on your face. And I think it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes depending how much I do. And that little beep you heard, every 5 seconds it beeps and tells you to go to the next spot. So I kind of do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And each of those 1, 2, 3s I'll do 3 times. I'll do, you know, 3 times 3 on my neck, 3 times 3 on, you know, my cheek area. Then I do about 4 passes 3 times on this side of my forehead, and I do it all on the other side too. But they have attachments for this too. And what I just got and really wanted to try it, I haven't gotten to try it out yet because I was gone and this just came, is this attachment. It's supposed to be for the lips and eyes, so you can be a bit more targeted in these areas that are a little bit more delicate and smaller. So you get that same microcurrent, you know, running through, but you've got kind of more of, you know, target area to push. You can kind of be more precise than using these, you know, just big ones. These work, and that's what I've been using. I was really religious for about 3 weeks, have kind of had crazy land happen in life lately, and I kind of took about a week and a half off. And you're supposed to see real results after using it for about 6 weeks. So you're supposed to see, you know, the biggest difference. But I mean, I do see differences after I use this versus not. I feel like things look more lifted. So I'm going to get back onto my NuFace train. Now I got a little attachment, so I'm super excited. And this part just pops off, and then you just pop this one on instead. Let's check out DHC, Japanese skincare line. Another brand that you've seen me talk about for years is DHC. They've been known forever for their cleansing oil. They have a few different versions of this. This is the original one, and I've been using this forever. Then also, oh my gosh, I'm always talking about these little virgin olive swabs, and what they are, let me see, I think I've got one out here. They're basically like a tiny Q-tip, and they're pre-moistened on the ends with a little tiny bit of virgin olive oil. And why it's so great is that if you have a little makeup mistake or something in your eye, it'll pick it up, and then the little bit of olive oil just sinks into your skin so you don't ruin your makeup, and you can fix your makeup mistakes. I'll often use half, then I'll save the other half for the next day. But I just absolutely love these. Couldn't live without them. If you're not familiar with DHC, they are huge in Japan, and they are actually pretty big in the United States. I've also been using DHC products for, gosh, probably 25 years. Yes, before my son was born. I got my first DHC catalog back when you had to actually order things by mailing a check-in and filling out a little form. So they've been around for a really, really long time. They have fabulous lip balm. They've got a great mascara. Their eyeliner is fantastic, but they're way more about skincare than makeup. So I'd highly recommend exploring that brand. Now let's check out Jurlique. Jurlique is out of Australia, and they grow, I think, many of their ingredients on their own farms. They're organic, you know, and as I see here, they're free from synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. This is a really nice line. Jurlique is another line I've been using for years and years. I found them also over 20 years ago through an esthetician when I was having a facial. All of their products are from Australia. I believe they grow, you know, most of their own lavender and different things that they use for their products. This is their refreshing body lotion. They're also super well known for the facial mists and just skincare in general. So another product line that I would highly recommend. What I love about this lotion, other than that it hydrates wonderfully, is that it just smells like a fresh lemon, just like a squeeze of fresh lemon, and oh, just so refreshing. Kogan Dough, you know, is one of my favorite brands. Their products are such high quality, and their foundations and concealers are just amazing. So let's check out Kogan Dough. If you've watched me for any period of time, you know that I love Kogan Dough foundation, and well, actually I really love all their products. They've got fantastic skincare, makeup, and their foundations are just cult classics. This Aqua foundation was my favorite until they reformulated their moisture foundation. I've got a whole video about this, and actually I've got a video where I do a full face of the Kogan Dough makeup, and then I also have a skincare video about Kogan Dough. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out on my channel, but highly recommend this brand, and hey, 25% off right now. Slip, the makers of the famous Slip silk pillowcases, are one of the best investments I think you can make for your hair and skin. They don't only have pillowcases, they have other things too, but this is something you should really investigate, because really this is something that you're spending 8 hours a night grinding your face into your pillowcase, and if you can have a natural fabric that breathes and doesn't cause sleep wrinkles, I think this is something that should be on everybody's list. Another favorite brand of mine is Slip. Slip makes silk pillowcases. Well, they make other things too, but they're known for their silk pillowcases. They are super high quality, just the most soft, wonderful finish on them, great quality, 100% mulberry silk, which is super good for your hair and your skin. It doesn't give you that wrinkle crease face, so over time you have less wrinkles in your face. It's really good for your hair, and there's so many benefits, but I have a whole video that I did about that, so you can check that out also. But they also have little scrunchies that are really nice. I've actually, since my hair's gotten so long recently, I've been sleeping with just loosely wrapping a scrunchie around twice, the small one or the large one, and just kind of keeping it out of my way when I sleep, because I was starting to get my hair like kind of cut on my underarms. So it's kind of like just maybe TMI, but I found that wonderful. And then they're just great and super cute as scrunchies, and they're so much more gentle on your hair than the regular ones. They're not catching your hair and ripping it out. It just glides on your hair and doesn't rough it up. So super, super love these, and you know, pretty much everything that Slip makes. So had to point Slip out also, because this is a great opportunity to try it out at a 25% discount. Vita Liberata is known for great quality self-tanners, and they have really just about anything you could ever need to make yourself look beautifully bronzed. If you like to use self-tanners like I do, Vita Liberata is really nice. I bought it a couple times in the past, but what fascinated me about this one, I haven't tried it yet, so I'll have to report back. It's supposed to last 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, that would be so wonderful, because you know, you usually put on self-tanner and it starts to degrade after, you know, like 4 days, you start to kind of go downhill on it. Oh my gosh, I'd be excited if it lasted a week and a half. So I'm really excited to try this and get back to you on it. Let's just check it out, because I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. This is what it looks like. It's the 2 to 3 week tan mousse, and this is the medium. There's also a dark, but given that I'm a paler complexion, I thought I would start with a medium and see how that looks, and maybe next time I'll get the dark, but I'm very excited to try this. Oh, and one thing I'd recommend, if you're using a self-tanner, I just brought this down. It's kind of beat up, but you know, these mitts that you can purchase that are kind of a neoprene material, I mean, seriously, this is totally wetsuit material. It works so nice for applying the mousse, and what I really like too is that it doesn't come through and stain your hands. You don't have to like put a glove on underneath your mitt. So I really like these. I don't even know where I got this, but just wanted to say, if you find neoprene applicators, they're really good. Babor is a brand out of Germany, wonderful skincare line, has been around for I think around 50 years. So let's go check out what I recommend from Babor. Babor is another product carried by Skinstore that I love. Again, one of those ones that I've been using for over 20 years, was also introduced to me by an esthetician who was doing a facial. I've used many of their products over the years, you know, everything from creams and masks and eye creams and things like that. And one of the things that I just love are these little ampules. They all have different benefits. So one might be for lifting, one might be more for hydrating, you know, one might be for people with oily skin. So they have all these different ones. They're like a very, very concentrated serum. And these are actually glass. You grab them here above the black line, just break it off, you know, hold the other end here, not up here. You don't want to cut yourself. And they actually have a little gripper thing that when you buy them that you can use also if you want, but I'm pretty good at just kind of popping them like this. I have a whole video about these too if you ever want to check it out. But they're super concentrated, and I love putting them on, and there's plenty in there so you can do your whole neck and chest and face and everything all at once. And it's just, they're a wonderful boost, I think, to your skincare routine. So definitely something I would highly recommend trying out. And don't forget, use my link below and code Nicole to get that 25% discount on everything we talked about today and more. So I hope that is helpful for you, and happy shopping if you're going shopping. Or maybe this was just informative for you, and in the future you'll go to Skinstore. In fact, have you ever purchased from Skinstore? I'd love to know if you have. And also, if you have any opinions on any of the brands or products that we talked about today, put that in the comments below. And also, of course, if you have any questions, put those there too. And if you have not yet joined my community, would love if you consider doing so by hitting that subscribe button. Giving this video a like or a share is always super helpful, and you can just do it in a click of a button. So thank you again so much for being here today. YouTube will be probably suggesting a couple of videos right now. If you have time to hang out longer, watch more videos, awesome. If not, either way, I'm so glad that you were here with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and it's not goodbye, just so long until next time.